Once upon a time, in an ocean deep and blue, I traveled on a sailing ship. My dreams at last came true. Surrounded by an orchestra, we played with all our heart. Conducting was lots of fun. My baton led from the start, but soon the trade winds gathered, and all our music scattered. Into the air, to our despair, flew music torn and tattered. Overboard and to the bottom, my baton sank very fast. I had no choice but to jump. It was a gift from ages past. Near out of breath, near out of reach, I grabbed my treasured baton. Instantly, I felt a pull, a push, a tug, a roll. I was transformed into a whale, an orca, black and white. The magic found in my baton had truly saved my life. So, I picked my orchestra from creatures of the sea, mammals, shellfish, puffers too, an aquatic menagerie. We use our imagination. Stories take their cue. Music will inspire tales created just for you. I hear the music play and feel the change inside me. Cheerfully keeping time with rhythm, harmony, and rhyme. I see the music play, the notes are all around me. I feel the melody, set my imagination free.
On today's episode of Orca Tales, we will play a piece from Dvorak that inspires the tale of the sailor boy.
Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship!
And see how the music inspires these loyal subjects to create birthday gifts for their prince. And in this vocabulary tale, watch how this little girl bravely steps onto the dance floor and is encouraged to participate in a ballet by these prima ballerinas. And meet Mika. She plays the cello.
You play the cello sometimes with the bow, and other times you can pluck the strings.
And hold on to your seats. Dr. Radicki takes us on a ridiculous journey to the other side of a rainbow.
We still need one very important ingredient. Does anybody know what that is? We need fairies.
Of course, we all know.
Hi, everybody! Did you bring your imagination today?
Yes!
Great! Because Orson and his orchestra are going to play some music that will take us on a journey to discover a dream come true. Wow! Hi, Orson! How are you today?
I'm great, story leader Greg. We're ready to play.
Terrific! What music are you going to play today?
We're going to play a piece by composer Antonin Dvorak. So get ready to meet the sailor boy.
Oh, it sounds like fun. Lead away. Imagine an ocean. The waves are rolling peacefully, endlessly, as birds fly through the white puffy clouds in formation through the sky. What kind of birds? Seagulls, pelicans, pterodactyls? Oh, why not? Did you see that? Mammals and fish jumping out of the water. Can you name them? Dolphin, orcas, a sailfish, marlin, and a manta ray. Yes! Look! Over there, breaking through the waves. It's a wooden sailing ship with 3 masts and a crew hoisting the colorful sails. What color are the sails? White. Let's be imaginative. Blue. Red. Green. Yes. Well, as the captain holds the ship on course, a crewman, sitting on top of a mast, points to the sea. He has spotted some fish. The crew quickly prepares to go to work. They gladly grab hold of heavy nets and toss them over the side. What catch might make them so excited? Tuna? Catfish? Halibut? Shrimp? And crabs, yes. But not everyone on deck, however, is happy. Look, on the bow of the boat, there's a little boy, maybe 10 or 12 years old. He's on his hands and knees, scrubbing on the deck with a sponge. He looks sad. How he wishes he was captain, so he could guide the ship, set the sails, and fish in the open sea. Well, as the boy continues to clean the deck, an orca swims by and rolls to the side. Their eyes lock, and the orca winks. This brings a smile to the boy's face. For a moment, he stops working, encouraged by the friendly whale. He drops the sponge and picks up an old fishing pole and decides to give fishing a try. Meanwhile, the captain is at the helm, watching over his busy crew. The crusty, sunburnt sailors anxiously wait for the fish to swim into their nets. Then, in an instant, the men spot the boy who holds the old broken fishing pole in his hands. One man begins to chuckle. Then 2. Then 4. 6. And 12. They hold their hands on their bellies and they roar with laughter. This makes the boy very sad, but he's determined to have a go at catching his first fish at sea. So he plops some slop on the hook and casts the line into the water. Slowly, the hook begins to sink. All the way down and down. It settles near the bottom of the ocean and dances with the current. Up above, on deck, the boy sits and looks out over the horizon. And as the sun beats down on his face, he begins to feel tired. His eyes slowly close, and he falls asleep. He begins to dream. He is a captain at the helm of his own ship, sailing far into the open sea. Where is he going? Hawaii, that's a good place. Florida, Caribbean, Australia, and Africa. Yes. He looks at his sails as they fill with wind. The bow breaks through the waves, and water splashes onto the deck. He smiles. He remembers when, as a boy, he would scrub the deck from dusk till dawn. But as captain, he stands proud and charts his course. He follows the sun by day and the stars by night. As the boy dreams, fish gather at the bottom of the ocean. What do you see? An orca? A dolphin? An octopus? A tuna? A whale? And a blowfish? Sure. And a shark? Yes. They're all at the bottom of the ocean, and they're talking to each other. They want to help the little boy. So they decide to let him catch one of the biggest fish in the sea. So a big, brave tuna grabs the fishing line and bites down on the hook. The boy awakes. He caught a fish. Oh my, what a fish. He begins to reel it in, and he pulls as hard as he can. Reeling and pulling, reeling and pulling. He can't believe it. Is this really happening? He takes a deep breath and pulls the tuna aboard. It's huge. The men on board see the catch and rush to take it away. But the boy grabs hold of the fish and tries to run. He fakes left, he fakes right, carrying a tuna with all of his might. It's no use. The men grab the boy and the tuna and force them below into the galley. Trapped. The men above demand that the boy cook the fish and serve it to the men for dinner. Uh-oh. The tuna had no idea. In the ocean below, the fish have hatched a plan. All the fish in the sea start to fan their fins and swish their tails to create a storm which will break the ship's sails. Instantly, The waves splash over onto the boat. The ship takes on water. The men begin to panic as they grab buckets and pails. They look to the captain. What should we do? The captain says, "Sailors, be strong. Abandon ship." As the ship takes on water, the frightened men jump overboard and fight for a seat in the lifeboat. No one helps the boy locked on board. As water begins to fill the galley, the boy and his tuna begin to pound against the door. They pound and pound and pound, and they finally break free. The boy runs up the stairs, and the tuna returns to the sea. The boy is all alone. The sailors have left. What should the boy do? Should he jump aboard, or should he try and save the ship? Yes, he's gonna stay. So the boy grabs a line and secures a sail. He tries to control the boat. He runs to the helm and attempts to steer the boat. Salt water splashes his face as wave after wave crashes onto the deck, tossing the ship back and forth on its side. Suddenly, hundreds of fish come to the rescue. They take hold of the fishing nets and the fishing lines and begin to pull the ship. Dolphins, orcas, sea turtles, blowfish, sailfish, and yes, the big brave tuna. The little boy soon has control and sails the ship. He's not dreaming. He's sailing the ship. He is the captain. Then, off in the distance, the harbor appears. He can see townspeople standing on the dock, cheering, waving flags, and celebrating. The ship has been saved. The little boy steers the ship to safe harbor. The ship's owner is standing by to greet the boy. He's very proud of him. And as a gift for heroically saving the ship, the owner officially makes the boy captain. The crowd cheers as the boy sets the sail. Look, in the distance, the fish are celebrating as well, leaping high into the air. The little boy is now a sailor boy who will forever chart his own course in the big blue sea. Thanks, Orson.
You're welcome, story leader Greg.
Wasn't that a terrific story? How the sailor boy was able to succeed with just a little help from his friends. Now, let's discover an instrument that you find in an orchestra. It's time for musical chairs.
My name is Mika, and I play the cello. The cello is very important in an orchestra. They carry the bass line. The cello is a string instrument, and it's made out of wood. It has 4 strings, and the strings are A, D, G, and C. The cello has a very rich and deep sound. You play the cello sometimes with the bow, and other times you can plug the strings. I've been playing the cello for about 5 years now, and I try to practice at least an hour a day. I start with a scale to warm up. When you go to college, you can get a scholarship for playing the cello. You have to audition, and then depending on how well you do, you can get a certain amount of money for college. My favorite selection would probably be the Concerto in C Major by Haydn. The cello is probably one of the most romantic instruments there is, and everybody likes listening to the cello. It's not too high and it's not too low. When I play the cello, it makes me feel special.
Orson, your music really inspires creativity.
Yes, classical music inspires people in many ways. It can also help children learn.
Wow, classical music can teach me things?
Yes, story leader Greg. It can even help kids learn new words.
Great! Let's play and learn new words. Orson, take us away. Ballet is new to all young dancers. Different. Novel. Unfamiliar. It can make a young dancer very nervous. Afraid. Tense. Apprehensive. But it becomes easier as they learn. Train. Review. Practice. A ballerina will need to have balance, poise, confidence, determination. Ballerinas learn basic moves such as pliés, pirouette, frappés, and tendu. Prima ballerinas have grace, beauty, style, elegance. Ballerinas dance in a musical play. Program. Production. Recital. Ballet is beautiful when the group helps each other, cooperates, encourages, inspires. Orson, I think it's time to go on another adventure.
Yes, and this time my music will inspire kids to create wonderful pictures drawn from their imagination.
Terrific. Lead away. Once upon a time, a young prince arrived to his castle in a royal carriage. Many gifts awaited him, crafted by the king's loyal subjects. It was his birthday, and he was very excited. He would see for the very first time the beautiful objects he'll receive once he is king. The first stop for the prince was the cape room. The subjects made him a beautiful new flowing cape. It was sewn from the finest cotton and wool in the land. It was rosy red on the outside, gray and fluffy white on the inside. The prince was pleased. The next stop for the birthday prince was the scepter room. It's here he received a new royal scepter. It was made of the finest polished silver. On the end of the scepter handle was a sparkling blue crystal ball, the size of a big, delicious apple. The prince was pleased. Meanwhile, the boy chosen to make the crown was worried. He had not finished the prince's present. He had run out of jewels to decorate the crown. He looked out the castle window and saw the king's subjects dancing and singing. They were having a good time. He was not. Just when he was going to give up, he caught sight of a bright, polished stone on the ground. Could he find enough stones to complete the crown? He asked his friends to help. Off they went on a royal scavenger hunt. They had to work fast to find big stones, tiny pebbles, shiny, smooth, and soft. Around the castle they ran, through the courtyard, near the stables, up the tower, and down into the dungeon. No stone was left unturned. The boy quickly began to glue the stones on the crown. If his crown did not please the prince, he might be sent far away from the kingdom. The prince's next stop was the sword room. The new sword was crafted from the strongest wood found in a secret forest. It was so sharp, the prince was able to slice through the strongest rope in the castle. The prince was pleased. "This is the best birthday ever," said the prince. "I have a captivating cape, a splendid scepter, and a spectacular sword. What kind of crown awaits me?" "Oh no!" the crown maker shouted. "We must hurry. The prince will visit us next." As fast as fingers could work, they glued the last glittering stone to the crown. The final stop for the prince was the crown room. He entered the room. The heir to the throne would receive his last royal gift. The subjects bowed as the crown maker slowly placed the handmade crown on the prince's head. He was pleased. The prince smiled as big as his kingdom. He was very, very pleased. Wow, that was a lot of fun. Well, let's find out about another instrument that you find in an orchestra.
My name is Mary, and I play the marimba. The marimba is typically not an orchestra. There are some orchestra pieces that include it. It's usually used in the band, for concert band, and actually in marching band as well. This is a percussion instrument, and you hit it with mallets. That's why it's called percussion. This is a yarn mallet, and it's pretty much the only kind of mallet used on marimba. It's also used on the vibraphone. It has different keys that make different notes, like keys on a clarinet or on a flute. The marimba sounds pretty much unlike any other instrument. It's very unique. I've been playing for about 4 years, and I practice every day after school for a few hours. It's very relaxing once you learn it, and you can just go up to it and start playing, and it can make, if you're in a bad mood, it can relax you very easily. Playing the marimba makes me feel good, because if I'm having a rough time with my homework or something, then I'll just come down and I'll play one of my old pieces. It's a good instrument to play.
Are you ready for something silly? Really ridiculous? Well, let's find out what Dr. Radicki has for us today.
For a lesson to live inside the brain, it must be a little sticky. And finding facts in your head at times is a little tricky. But you can do it with ridiculous tales taught by Dr. Radicki.
Kids, we have a really important visitor here with us today in our class, so let's give a big welcome to Dr. Radicki.
Yes, hello, hello, hello. Very good, yes, very good. Oh, very strong, very good. I will guide you to worlds of adventure. We will go to outer space or the inner ear. Oh, oh, ow. Now for today's lesson. Chinese handcuffs. Yep. There we go. Yeah, very good. Now, need to find my notes. Very important. Oh, that's not it. Oh, yes. What we got here? Oh, here they are. Oh, no, that's not it. No bones. Yes. All right. Oh, wait, here we go. No, that's my lunch. Yes, here we go. What did I do with it? Oh, I found it. Very good, yes. All right, here we go. Today's question is from Bobby from Edmond, Oklahoma. He asks, what is a rainbow? Oh, fantastic question. Mrs. Price, what is a rainbow? Yes, don't worry, Dr. Radicki has the answer. Ta-da! Yes. What's so funny? Oh, my hat. Well, you need rain for a rainbow, right? Yes, it seems like I am the only one who is prepared. Now, it may have been heard that a rainbow leads to a leprechaun's pot of gold. Well, that's silly. Yes, foolishness, really. You're probably wondering where a rainbow comes from. Ha-ha, I have the answer. In this pouch, I hold the key to the mystery of the rainbow and its magnificent colors. Do you know what's in here? Yes, yes, sir. Well, they sound like marbles, but they're not. Do you know what they are? They are beans. Yes, they're magic beans. You like to see them? Very rare. Yes, bought them in a garage sale. Some guy named Jack. Anyway, the beans themselves will not make a spectacular rainbow. You know, we need one other ingredient. Do you know what that is? We need fairies. Yes, fairies. You see, when a fairy is lost, they need a rainbow to help them find their way back to the secret fairyland, which is located right somewhere in the sky. No human has ever seen this place, except for me. But I have been sworn to secrecy by the fairy king himself. Nice fellow. It's the size of a hot dog, so you should see him run. Yes. Now, the beans can be planted at any time, but they will only sprout when a rainbow path is needed. And that is when they are watered by the tears of the poor little lost fairies. Or, as we know it, rain. Oh, yes, it doesn't so silly now, is it? How about the oh, yes, very good. Now, Once enough tears have fallen, a beautiful, mature rainbow will sprout, growing up into the sky until its glorious ribbons of effervescent color come slamming back down into the earth, coming out somewhere on the other side of the world where happy-go-lucky workers bottle it all up and sell it on the internet. It's true. Instant rainbow. Now, my fellow academics, that answers what is a rainbow?
Kids, what do you think?
That's ridiculous!
Thank you, Dr. Radicki, but science has an explanation that's a little bit different. You can see a rainbow as sunlight passes through the raindrops in front of you. Red, orange, purple, and blue, all the colors of the rainbow are in sunlight. But normally you don't see them because they're all mixed together. But if sunlight hits a raindrop at a slant,
A slant?
at a slant, then the colors separate and you can see each individual color and you have a rainbow.
Oh, of course, of course. That's certainly one way to look at it. And don't forget, kids, always use your imagination to explore the world and its rainbow of many colors. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Mrs. Price.
Thank you for
Delighted.
coming.
What a great show. Orson, your music is magical.
Thanks, story leader Greg. I hope my Orca Tales music inspires kids every day to follow their dreams and truly believe that anything is possible.
I hear the music play and feel the change inside me, cheerfully keeping time with rhythm, harmony, and rhyme. I see the music play, the notes are all around me. I feel the melody set my imagination free.